What's up, Laker Nation? We're glad you had a fun fall break. This week on Laker TV, we'll show you what part of campus is getting a facelift and what familiar movie is getting a facelift as well. Hello, everyone. I'm Alex Olin.
And I'm Madison Short. Today's word of the day on Laker TV is furloughed. That's right, boys and girls. Do you know what a furlough means? Is it A, a leave of absence or vacation granted to a soldier? B, a usually temporary layoff from work? Or C, a leave of absence from a prison granted to a prisoner? Well, if you said all of the above, you are correct.
The New York Times said it this way: the United States government sputtered back to life Thursday after President Obama and Congress ended a 16-day shutdown. Today, hundreds of thousands of furloughed workers are returning home to their jobs. For many, these past couple of weeks have been stressful, even affecting the parents of some Calloway High School students.
Obviously, one negative is she's gone 2.5 weeks without getting paid. And I'd say one positive is she got 2.5 weeks to help out on the farm and get anything we needed to be done finished.
Just financial concerns mostly, whether or not they'd be getting a paycheck. And when they go back to work today, the biggest problem is making up for all that lost time.
Well, my grandma, she works at the VA hospital in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and she's a nurse, and she helps the veterans after they come home from war and whenever they're too old to take care of themselves. She continues to go to work even though they haven't paid her yet. They said they'll pay her as soon as they can. So she's pretty much working on promises right now.
He had to lay a lot of people off that he would have liked to keep during the shutdown, but fortunately he had a few contracts before the shutdown that allowed us to keep having an income into our household and as well as his company.
Does he fear any future possible government shutdowns?
I believe he does. Sometime in the near future, if Congress and the president cannot agree, then he believes that there will be a future shutdown.
Aaron's father isn't the only one who fears another government shutdown in the coming months. Some people expect a repeat performance early next year. The recent agreement only funds the government through January 15th, and it lifts the debt limit only through February 7th. At the heart of much of this debate, of course, is the funding for the Affordable Health Care Act. So, Madison, even though most of us are watching all the bickering going on in Washington, I think we'd be wise to remember the words of some good old boy somewhere.
Oh yeah, and what's that?
Because America, that's why.
Seriously?
Yep, America!
Anyway, speaking of healthcare, it's a dentist office on wheels, and it came to the CCHS parking lot on Thursday, a visit arranged by the Calloway County Family Resource Center. This state-funded program is called Kids First Dental Care, and it provides preventative services to elementary through high school students who might not otherwise receive dental care.
What we do is we'll first take x-rays, panoramic x-rays. It takes a picture of all the teeth. Then we'll do an exam and a cleaning, fluoride treatment, and if the tooth needs sealed, the pit and fissure sealants, we'll put a sealer over the tooth to prevent cavities.
When the Youth Service Center heard about the Kids First Dental Unit, we learned about their services at a conference that we were at, and we just knew that we had to take advantage of this opportunity, that they travel all over our state and provide free dental care to students in the schools of Kentucky. And so we definitely wanted to provide that service to our Calloway County school students. Number one, because it just meets such a need. So many of our kids do not receive dental care at all, and so we wanted to make sure that service was provided to them. It also meets the need to those families who maybe does not have insurance or are underinsured.
Several middle school students and around a dozen high school students took advantage of the screenings yesterday. There was no charge to the families who participated.
How much does it cost to provide a better life for struggling children today? Well, Miss Lovelace's Spanish Club says it only takes a few cents. It's time for the annual UNICEF Drive to help bring hope to needy children around the world. The United Nations Children's Fund works in more than 190 countries and territories to save and improve children's lives. UNICEF provides health care and immunizations, clean water, sanitation, nutrition, education, emergency relief, and more. The winning class not only helps support UNICEF by raising the most money, but it earns a free pizza party as well for working so hard.
Last Saturday, the Laker Band competed at Murray State University's Festival of Champions, where 24 bands came from Kentucky and Tennessee to compete. The Laker Band finished third in their class and 8th overall in prelims. The band returned Saturday night to perform in finals, where they received distinguished ratings in marching and visual performance and 7th overall. The band will compete this Saturday at the KE IMEA state quarterfinals where they hope to achieve top 4 as they go up against several top-notch 4A class bands.
He's only 17 years old, he's from Indianapolis, and his music has carried him from the background to the center stage. Singer, actor, and dancer Trevor Jackson is appearing on music charts throughout the country these days, and he's on this week's Featured Young Artist on LakerTV. Here's a brief look at his new single, Like We Grown.
I know you like kissing under the moonlight. I know you like doing wrong, feel right. So let's stay out. I'ma love you like we grown tonight. I'ma pick you up.
All Kentuckians play an important role in school safety efforts. Visit the Kentucky Center for School Safety website, KentuckySafeSchools.org, to take part in this year's theme called STOP, which aims to prevent bullying, violence, and risky behavior in our schools. Get involved and support a safe, respectful climate where all can succeed. The online STOP pledge and other resources are just a click away at KentuckySafeSchools.org. And remember, school safety takes everyone.
Most of you received your school picture proofs and order forms this week. If you're one of those who's missing your photo made back in September, you need to be aware that Makeup Day for school pictures is set for October 31st. And yes, I can see that having Picture Makeup Day on Halloween just might make for some interesting photos.
Callaway athletes are excited about the newest addition here on campus. Construction has been going on for several weeks here at Jack D. Rose Stadium as crews worked hard to resurface the track. Here's LakerTV reporter Lucas Reck with information on the new track.
The old track has been, of course, it was built 30 years ago, and there were several cracks, lots of different problems with maintenance of the track. We had grass growing through it, 4 to 6 inch cracks in most places.
But that is all about to change. Dr. Damon Eastwood and other track boosters have petitioned the Board of Education along with Superintendent Bargo and finally the district's facility planning committee to allocate the $190,000 needed for the track surface.
Work began in mid-August to fill cracks, pave the surface, and apply the rubberized top coating. They have also added a pole vault, a long jump, a runway, and a landing pad. All that is needed is for the lane lines to be painted. The runners have already begun using the new track surface.
Definitely see that it's going to, help with, how we feel. We'll be able to do, more intervals, more 400s, just be out there and do more miles. So, just on a given day, we're just going to be able to feel better from a workout to the next day without running on hard surfaces. It's just going to be a lot easier on your body. It's going to be a lot easier on, just programming in general.
For LakerTV, I'm Lucas Reck.
I'm sure they're going to enjoy the new surface when the track season comes around this spring. The Laker track team will be looking forward to hosting track meets in the near future.
From Frankenstein to the Night of the Undead, don't just bring your best monster costume, but your tennis shoes as well. The North Elementary PTA and Run Club is sponsoring the 5K Monster Dash next week, October 26th, to help raise money for the elementary school. The Monster Dash helps support exercise while including fun to bring money to the elementary's funds. Not only do you have a chance to compete in the 5K, but if you wear a costume, you can enter the costume contest and win prizes. The run begins at 9 o'clock a.m. and the 1 mile fun run and walk starts at 8:45. You can print off a form from the North Calloway Elementary PTA Facebook page, and if you register today, you get a free t-shirt, so sign up now.
Calloway County brings home another state runner-up trophy in golf. Coming up next, Selena Eric with this week's Laker Sports Highlights.
And later on, a sneak peek at the new box office Hollywood thriller.
The other kids, they think I'm weird.
Carrie, favorite poem? Did you bring one?
I don't want to be.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Hello Lakers sports fans, I'm Selena Eric, and it's time to take a look at this week's top sports picks. The Friday before fall break, the Laker football team faced off against Hopkins County Central as the first regional opponent for homecoming. The Lakers dominated the competition, beating Hopkins County Central with a tremendous lead of 46-0. Then the Lakers fought Owensboro at an away game during the Friday of fall break. The Lakers then had tables turned and lost against Owensboro 57-7. They are challenging Madisonville North Hopkins tonight in an away game. Quarterback Cole Stetson talks about what the football team needs to do to make a comeback.
Well, offensively, we have to run the ball better. We have to be able to complete passes. And on the defensive side of the ball, I think we just have to stop the run because mainly pass is pretty good. And overall, we just got to execute better.
Good luck tonight, boys. Be sure to show your support for the Lakers as they take on Madisonville North Hopkins tonight. The girls golf team took home second place at last week's state golf tournament. This is the second year in a row that the girls team has won the runner-up title in state. The golf team has some goals, and Coach Smith says they've met them.
We had certain goals that we wanted to meet this year. One was to win a third regional championship. We accomplished that one. The other one was to be in a position on the second day of the state tournament to compete for a state championship, and we were right there.
With the season drawing to a close, Coach Smith worries that the valuable players will be lost and they won't be easy to be replaced. However, he says Lady Lakers work hard even after the season is over.
What I have to do is some of the girls coming in that haven't had the experience that the five before them have had, they're going to have to gain some tournament experience throughout the year. They're going to have to work really hard and to try to fill some of the gaps that we're going to have. We came home on Wednesday, and on Thursday after school, when I left to go home, I passed Murray Country Club, and two of them were out hitting range balls. So it never stopped. I mean, they worked all year. These girls playing tournaments all over.
Soccer has begun its regional tournaments. The first game went well. The Lady Lakers beat out Mayfield, winning with the final score of 10-0. The second game at Marshall County didn't end quite as well. The Lady Lakers lost 6-1. In light of the recent games, Lake and Balmer commented on the season so far.
Not go as far as I would have liked to have gone, but it was a good fight at the end. As that we worked hard to get that position as far as we did get. Just keep on playing hard and never give up.
The boys soccer team had a strong season this year, winning 10 games in their regular season. They fell short during the district tournament this past Wednesday as Graves County swept by them, winning 2-0. LakerTV wants to congratulate Maddie Balmer, Emma Gallimore, Tyler Stone, Alex Gullickson, and Eric Winkler for making 2013 All-District Soccer. Well, that's all the time we have for today, Laker Nation. Remember, go Lakers!
Today's program can be viewed this weekend on our local cable television access channels. That's Mediacom Channel 4, Murray Electric Channel 14, and Time Warner Channel 15.
It's that time of the year again. Hollywood producers always appeal to our addiction to fear as the Halloween season approaches. One of the bone-chilling thrillers that will be released this season is Carrie. That's right, Scary Carrie is back. Laker TV reporter Will Van Horn reviews this remake of an old classic from 1976.
I have to try and be a whole person before it's too late.
One horror legend that's returned to the big screen this Halloween season is none other than the infamous Carrie White, a teenage girl with psychic powers that is abused by her classmates as well as her crazy mother.
It's a great horror movie, obviously, so this time of year, that makes total sense, but it's still got a lot of aspects to it that will never grow old. So yeah, I think it's great that they're redoing it.
Aside from seeing better special effects in this film, it will also feature a modern-day twist.
Because I think they had to be a little more innovative in the 1970s version because they didn't have access to all the fun stuff they have access to now.
The two actresses that have been picked to play Carrie and her mother Margaret are Chloe Moretz and Julianne Moore.
I don't know the younger lady, so I can't speak to that, but I really like Julianne Moore. I think she'll do a wonderful job. She does a wonderful job at anything she does.
Moretz is very popular with the age group that will probably be seeing that movie, so that makes total sense. They will already have an affinity for her, which is what that movie is based on. And Julianne Moore is just, one of the greatest actresses in Hollywood today. So she will, and she's done all kinds of different genres of movies. So she will be, they'll both be great in those roles, I think.
The newest version of this horror classic is in theaters now for any of you looking for a good scare to get ready for the Halloween season.
Thanks, Will. You can catch Carrie tonight as it premieres at Murray Cherie Theaters and other theaters across America.
America!
Will you, stop?
Hey, that's all for this week. We'll be back on October 25th for more news from Laker Nation, plus a few special Halloween segments.
Have a great weekend.
Proud affiliate of the Kentucky High School Journalism Association and the Student Television Network.